Good afternoon, everyone. You know who it is, Betty Bear from Betty Bear's Nomadic Travels, and this is episode 8 of my tiny cabin build. So let's catch you up on what's going on. Okay, I've got 2 bottom pieces of siding on. And of course I got the front siding, you guys know that. And the last one, I've got the front siding on. I got 2 side pieces on, and right here, let me show you what I'm gonna do. Now this is not the piece. We're pretending. It's gonna be thinner, but I am going to burn it. Get back farther. I'm gonna burn it. It's gonna be thinner. I'm gonna burn it and I'm gonna put it right here. So it's gonna have a dark color to it, burning it with some stain on it. So that's gonna go right here to cover up this spot. I am gonna fill this with caulking. Also gonna put glue on the back of my piece of trim. It's gonna go on here and it's gonna nail right onto here, and there's a stud right there. So it's gonna nail to the stud. So that'll cover that up again. It'll won't look so obvious because there's a split right there. And I've got it setting on the wheel well. Now it's not beautiful, I'm just saying. But I put a row of butyl tape underneath there, really thick. And when I get all finished with the whole thing, where are we at here? When I get all finished with the whole thing, I'm going to put one more strip of, I think, one more strip of butyl tape right here. I'm not quite sure, but I really got it smeared in here. But we're going to put, I think, one more strip of butyl tape right up along here. So anyway, that's going to be what we're going to finish up with. I'm back to staining again, and burning. My gosh, this is time consuming. So anyway, here we go. We're burning again. Well, everyone wants to know what Bernie's up to. I said he's in hibernation and he's not much help with this build. So unfortunately, oh, I better be quiet. Unfortunately, he's sleeping. Aren't you, Burn, huh? Yep. Let me show you what's going on outside. We've got somebody cutting trees out here too, so maybe I ought to wait and show you what's going on. But this is the non-window side. All I have to do is that tiny little gable end, and you can see that little piece right there. I'm going to run that all the way vertical, all the way across the top there, and I'm going to have a little break in it. And I'm going to put a piece of trim. Let me find a piece of trim. Okay, so I'm going to caulk down the middle here. And this is not the trim I'm going to use, but I'm going to put a piece of trim on here. And I'm going to burn the trim, and I'm going to stain it also. So it's going to be not so bold. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do with this piece here. And then along the top. Okay, and then along the top, I'm going to do the same right here with a piece of trim. A smaller piece, but I'm going to put the trim right here. And then it's going to go all the way across this way. And again, it's going to be dark. It's going to be burnt and darked and stained. But it'll break up the gable end from the log looking thing on the side, and on the corners. On my 2 nails, I hit that brace in there, that metal brace. But anyway, I'm going to put this, get farther back so you can see. I'm going to put it kind of like this, and then like this, and that will cover up that corner. So as long as this isn't nailed in, but anyway, as long as I can get it this thin enough that it can go here and here. I think that's going to look real nice, and it'll break that. Of course, it'll cover everything. So that's my plan. Let me show you what I did. Well, as not being a carpenter for more than 20 years, these pieces of plywood have a lip on this side, and then on the other side they have this here. So the other lip sits on top of here, and it looks uniform. So what I did when I was cutting out, and at 46 bucks a piece, what I did was I cut the wrong end off of a whole 8-footer. Oh, but you don't think that made me crabby? Oh, but the cuss words come out of this old lady's mouth. Oh my gosh. But you know, you just live and you just learn. So I got mad for a second or two, and I thought, you know what? Undo it. I already cut the whole thing off, so it's not like I could fix it. But anyway, so that set me back again too. So I need to go pick up another piece of plywood, and that was stained too. I'd stained the thing, and it took an hour and 30 minutes to burn and stain it. So anyway, she's a struggle, but you know what? It's looking pretty darn good. Well, this is the next day, and thought the day was starting out really well. Had a few issues with my store, so I handled that. Went to Home Depot to pick up a new, I needed another gallon of that stain for the plywood. Well, I get to Home Depot and I pick up the stain, and I pick up odds and ends and trim and whatever I needed to get. Thinking, okay, I'm going, here we go for the day. So I unload everything, I unload the stain, and I go over to the old can of stain. And the stain that I got is called, it's Bear, Home Depot brand, chocolate, semi-transparent stain. So I put the gallon down next to the old gallon, because the old gallon had a bunch of garbage in it and stuff, and I stuffed it full of garbage. And so I put the new gallon, and I just shook it up and just popped it open, and I looked at both cans and I went, oh my gosh. They both say chocolate, but on each side of the word chocolate is a different number. And so I opened it up, and sure enough, Betty, you got the wrong gallon of chocolate. Now, again, that little pea picking mind of mine says, well, who would know there's more than one chocolate when you tell your wife, go to the store and get me a half a gallon of that stained chocolate? And so she comes back with, it says chocolate on it, and it's not the right chocolate. So the husband goes, wow, what's the matter with you? You don't know how to get the right chocolate. Well, that's me, except I did it to myself. So anyway, needless to say, I'm heading back to Home Depot. Ugh. Well, guys, it's about 5:39 on Tuesday night. So I'm going to go edit this video and get it off tomorrow. There's my opening, and this is for the underneath the bed. That's an awful big opening, way bigger than I thought it would be once everything's on there, but at least you'll be able to get into whatever you need inside there. So anyway, I haven't cut the window out, but I've got this side of the siding on, and man, this old woman, that piece was a bear to put on there. Oh my gosh, it was a bear to get that cut out and make that pattern for that piece, but I did it. So anyway, this is as far as I got. So this is going to be a short video, I'm sure. I just keep thinking I'm going to get farther and farther, but I've just not. That siding is taking me for bloody ever to get done. But I told you last week that I was going to show you what my siding was going to look like, so let me show you. All right, we're pretending. This is a piece that I cut out for that corner piece for this rail here. What do you think? That we're going to pretend. Let's get it up here, see what it's going to look like. Let me get my hand out of the way. What do you think? That's going to look pretty cool, isn't it? That's just that stretch caulking that I got. I found a really nice brown, so I'm excited about it. I think that's going to look super, super nice. It's going to take a lot of caulking, and they're like $7 a tube. But I think I'm going to be able to cover up all the screw holes. And because I've got my T111 this way instead of this way, I want to make sure that water's not going to get into each one of those grooves. So I'm going to put some in there, and I think that's going to help. So anyway, I'm done today. I had a heck of a time today going back to Home Depot with the stain that I got the wrong color stain. So anyway, I'm going to end it here. But if you guys enjoyed any of it, like as usual, give me that little thumbs up if you can. Hit that little bell icon. Subscribe to the channel if you guys already haven't. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. See you guys on Sunday.